up, everybody? My name is Matthew Deary. I hope you're doing well. Good to see all your smiling faces. I'm actually checking in today with kind of a gear recommendation for something that I used on a recent shoot that I had. So I actually partnered with ABC and National Geographic to hike into the northern woods to capture some of the habitats of black bears, and we went there with the film crew and the Minnesota DNR, and they tranquilized and pulled the mama bears out and did some studies on them, studied their hearts while they're hibernating, just to kind of figure out, you know, what is a bear's body like when it's hibernating, and kind of really understand it better. And so we got to pull out the baby cubs and keep them warm. It was a really, really awesome experience. But like I said, we hiked into the woods. And so when you hike into the woods and I was tasked with capturing aerials and really just assisting camera however I could. Drones, anybody who flies a drone knows that those batteries go like that, and before you know it, unless you have 10 batteries, you have to find a way to recharge your batteries to keep going. So without access to traditional power, I wanted to find a solution for being out in the wilderness and being able to charge batteries to be able to have many, many flights that didn't involve buying 5 batteries or borrowing 5 batteries from friends. So what I settled on was this it's smart. This is what I settled on. This is a Smatree mobile charging station for the Mavic 2. Just to clarify, this video is not sponsored by Smatree whatsoever. I'm just a fan of the product, and I thought that it would be useful for anybody out there who ever has to have a drone shoot where they don't have access to power. Check it out. You just have to, if you can do it. That guy's having way too much fun. So the way this thing works could not be simpler. I mean, you have your Mavic 2 Pro battery, pop it right on here. It doesn't start charging right away. There's actually a button here on the side. It has an LED indicator. When you push it, it tells you how much charge you have left. And after you push that button, it actually starts the charging cycle on the batteries. So you have to make sure that when you pop the batteries on, you don't forget to push that. Otherwise, the batteries will just sit here. And so it's obviously super easy to use. If you can do it. It has about 4, you can charge about 4 Mavic 2 batteries. I was able to get like half of a fifth, charged them all the way down to 0 up to about 50% on a 5th battery. So that was super convenient, and if you go into a shoot, charged with batteries charged, this gives you an extra 4.5 batteries, which, for its size, really it's not too big. It's the size of maybe like 2 V-mount batteries stuck together. It's not super light, but it's portable, and it's not something that, is gonna break your back. And so definitely it is a portable station. It has this really heavy duty handle here, that, really is made for, adventures, I guess you could say. And the way that it's charged, I actually opened up the box and I was, we're going streaking! Yeah! I jumped to being a little bit frustrated because I looked on the side for the way that it charges, and I was like, what kind of charger is this? There's no charger in the box, so I was about to lose my mind. And actually, it's super convenient because it's the charger of the Mavic 2 that you just plug into, the batteries here. Actually is how you charge this battery power station, which is super convenient. So my frustration went to pure bliss when I realized how ergonomical and really actually smart it was that they did the charging station that way. You get about 4 full batteries out of this unit itself. If you think about the economics of 4 full batteries, I mean, like I said, you could buy 4 or 5 batteries, and the Mavic 2 batteries are $150 a piece. You buy 4 of them, that's $600. This is not even close to $600. I got mine for $117 off of Amazon, and you do the math, you're saving yourself around $500 as opposed to buying all of those Mavic batteries and lugging those around. You can just have a portable charger that really kind of helps out when you're in a pinch. So I'd be a fool if I didn't stop for a minute and say thanks for watching this video. Give it a like if you're finding it useful. You know, and also subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell button to get notifications when I'm posting new things. Obviously, my channel is small now, but I'm trying to grow it into something that has a ton of inspiring, fun, and informative content. Obviously, this video is more along the informative channel. You know, it's free to subscribe, so you know, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I also think that this charger could be effective for, you know, even shoots where you're not necessarily like hiking an hour into the woods and, you know, you don't have access to an outlet to plug in and charge your batteries. Even if you're just like, you know, on a shoot where you traditionally are maybe charging from a car adapter, like this is just a really good way even to be able to just pop a battery on, you know, onto this device, as opposed to, you know, hooking something up into your cigarette lighter and turning the car on and dealing with all that. And another effective thing is, you know, maybe you're shooting somewhere away from a car, or again, away from an outlet where, you know, timing is everything, and to be able to, you know, take this out of a backpack or a case or whatever you're carrying and pop this on right away, so you start charging the moment that you put this on there. You know, I think that is, you know, you're saving yourself time. You know, if the car is 5-10 minutes away, you're saving that 5 or 10 minutes by already having the battery going on the charger. Another useful component to this device is that it actually has, I showed earlier, it actually has a USB port here. And so I fly, most of the time I fly with an iPad mini hooked up to the controller as opposed to the phone. Obviously the screen is bigger. It's just a much better flying experience. And so, you know, when we were out in the Northwoods, it was very cold. I mean, most of the time it was well below 20 degrees Fahrenheit. And so being able to, you know, obviously battery usage and effectiveness is affected in cold weather. And so being able to take the iPad and make sure that stayed charged by plugging it into that port was super useful as well. I mean, if you have, you know, you're using your phone, it's the same idea. You can charge anything that you would need to through that USB port. Sometimes you get pinged for a shoot and people are wanting to know, you know, how many flights can I have? How many batteries do you have? And either people in the know or people who don't know, you know, when you say you have 2 or 3 flights, that's kind of, people don't really always understand how much you can accomplish if you have, you know, a vision or a shot list in your head at every single time you go up with the drone, how much you can really accomplish in those 20 to 25 minutes. And so being able to tell them that, you know, I have, you know, anywhere from 5 to 7 flights based on having this tool is kind of a game changer when you're negotiating, you know, rates, or you're trying to win a job. You know, it can be a differentiator between winning and losing work. So I've listed tons of pros for this thing. You know, it's cheaper than buying 4 or 5 batteries. It's a good sturdy unit. You know, it's, you know, made like a brick, and you know, it really has a nice handle. It's got an easy way to charge, easy way to, you know, USB. The only con that I really have for it is maybe that it's heavy, but I mean, it's not necessarily really a con, because, you know, it's heavy because of, you know, all the other features that you get with it. So you kind of, you know, you take the heavy for all of the usefulness that you get out of it. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. Obviously, I highly recommend this piece of gear for anybody who really flies drones in any sort of adventure, whether you're a backpacker or you're going camping, or, you know, this is a shoot where you're hiking into the wilderness. You know, these types of tools are important to kind of bring you to the next level. They're also kind of just nice to have in your bag as you know, potential backup battery source. So even if you know, forgot to charge your batteries, you know, it's just nice to have this on hand just to kind of save your butt if you miss something like that. So, you know, we're streaking! Again, I appreciate you watching this video. Consider subscribing. You know, I'm going to be pumping out more content just like this and other fun videos on this channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.